MTT6, this is all about intervals. So we haven't come across this before. An interval, it says here, is the distance in pitch between two different notes. So it's the distance between two different notes. A melodic interval is when the two notes are played one after the other, like you have in a melody, in a tune. So that note, then that note is played, and the interval between them is the distance between them, okay, from one note to the next. A harmonic interval is two notes that are played at the same time. That's a harmonic interval, played like a chord, okay? The keynote, the note on which a scale begins, okay? So we looked at scales last year, and the keynote is the first note of the scale. So in C major, the first note, the keynote is C, and in G major, the keynote is G. The number of degrees is the number of the interval, okay? So a second is an interval of 2, a third, a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and then octave, okay? So let's have a look. These are all harmonic intervals. So a keynote, and then we've got a second, because that's the next note in the scale. That's the second note in the scale. Then we've got a third, so that's a third. Then we've got a fourth, an interval of a fifth, an interval of a sixth, seventh, and that's an interval of an octave. Remember, an octave, that's an F, that's also an F. So an octave, F, F, those are an octave apart. Okay, write the number of the interval. So these are all melodic intervals, so the distance between that and that. So from here to here, well, it's going from a line to the next space will be second, third, fourth, fifth. So that's a fifth. And you can see line to line is going to be a third or a fifth. That's a fifth. This one is space to space, so it's going to be a third or a fifth. Let's have a look. So 1, 2, 3. That's a third. Okay, so count from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a sixth. Okay, so all you do is count from the first keynote up to the second note, 1 being the first note. Okay, and it's the same with these. Harmonic intervals do exactly the same thing. They're harmonic, so they're played at the same time. So that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you're counting, that's a fifth then. You're counting the lines and the spaces. Right, next page. Question 2. Above each note, add a semibrief to make the named interval. Okay, so we want a third above this. So 1, 2, 3, add a semibrief there. Okay, a fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you want it there. Right, I'll let you finish those off. Question 3, write the number of the interval marked with a bracket there. So what's the interval here? That's 1, 2. That's a second. What's this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see that's a fifth straight away, by the way, because it's a line to a line. It's not a third, it's a fifth. Okay, this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it? No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the reason I knew I was wrong the first time is because it's a line to a space, so it can't be a fifth. It's got to be one more than a fifth. It's a sixth. Okay, and you can finish that off. And then the last page is some revision. Add bar lines to the following. You've done this loads of times. So 2, 4, 1, 2. That's 1 because it's a triplet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, you can finish that off. And question 2. Write the number of the degrees of the scale, a second, third, or fourth, under each of the notes marked. So we've done this already in the last question. That's from there to there this time. So don't ignore this note. That's 1, 2, 3, a line to a line. Oh, sorry, I'm doing this wrong. Write the number of the degrees of the scale. So we've actually got to look at what this key is. It's in F major. So F is that space there. So what is the interval from the F of that one? So from F, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a fourth. And this one from the F is a second, it's 1 up. Okay, from the F again. Okay, so all of these are from F. So what degree is that? F, it's 1, 2, 3, fourth. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's an octave. Okay, and then all of these from D, so you're counting the interval from the D to there, the D to there, the D to there. Okay, and then the A, so A is here, and then this one, this is D, but they haven't actually done a D until there, so you're counting from that D. All right, and that's MTT6 complete.